Alright, we got a new chapter of Dr. Stone. This one is called Silent Soldiers. We have some confusing cover art. So confusing that I feel like it must be a reference to something, maybe? Where Kohaku is a mermaid? And Rusui has a sword? For some reason? But whatever. We'll just get on with it. I don't think looking at this will make us understand anymore. So, they have their craftsman back. They're setting up a revival fluid lab in order to revive him, of course. We can dive down and revive all our friends. Reviving them in the right order is key. If we don't revive our artisan Kaisuke first, it's game over. So no more oxygen tanks left. Our only divers get one shot at this. We know Kaisuke, the only one we desire. Okay. But did you remember how heavy an entire human being made of stone is? He's like buried in sand too. This might be more of a challenge than they thought. He's totally stuck in there. He won't budge even a little bit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Everything went pretty smoothly last chapter. I was wondering about this. Like, will we have a time is running out? Oh no, there's no more oxygen. We just have to like hold our breath type adventure. It feels a little out of character for this series, but every once in a while there is kind of like a thrill like that, you know, like the hot air balloon, a good example. And at the end of the last chapter, I was like, oh, they just did it. The next chapter is probably going to start with Keisuke popping out of the shell. But no. 2 minutes of air remaining. Average man breathes 15 liters of air per minute. Rises to 20 during intense physical activity. This tank will hold 10 liters starting at a pressure of 70. There's the water depth. Judging from where the jellyfish popped up and the movement of the ropes, they're 20 meters deep. 4 tugs means 4 minutes of air left. I thought he was doing 2, but this is just his, like, math pose. Sure. Sank into this mud. It could take hours to dig him out. Okay, so there'll be more oxygen tanks. No more tanks means no more dives. Yes. It's quite the dilemma. Can science help? How could science help here? I don't know. We'll have to see. There's one chance and that's it. Can't head back up with Okaisuke. Strength will cut it, then I desire the power of one of her pals. Delegating, after all, is the leader's duty. Am I wrong? Whoa, okay. So this is really cool. Tugging at the rope to communicate via Morse code. Super cool. Really brilliant thing for them to just come up with in an instant. Dot dash dot dash dot. It's ASM. Send Morse code via lifeline one at a time. 2 minutes to get the full message, but they don't have much time. What plan? What are they asking for, though? What could Gen or Senkyu do? It's just like a physical problem. Why did it take that long? Because 2 comments don't need entire words. Ooh, so this is cool. This is kind of like when they're decoding Kohaku's message. It's kind of this theme of very limited means of communication. And like a very small amount of information, if sent to the right recipient, will still be able to make total sense. Will still be able to convey a plan of action. This is cool. This is cool. So, I love that. True comrades don't need entire words. Ooh, that's fun. Morse code came just after we informed Ryusuke of his time limit, so whatever he needs it in a hurry. Given the urgency, he wouldn't try to communicate an entire sentence, just these 3 letters. A few possibilities for ASN. Atomic Strike Network? Abstract Syntax Notation? Asian? It can't be right. Maybe not. It's not dot dash dot dot dash dot. Not as ASM, but RF. Can they desire that's abbreviated as RF? Radio frequency? So they plan on loosening the sand with audio blasts? No. RF. I don't know, but Senkyu's got it. Senkyu's got it immediately, of course. Should we try to guess harder before we turn the page? I don't even know if it's going to be like an English word starting with RF or like I don't know how far Viz has translated this, you know? if they translated all of the Morse code and stuff into something that makes sense in English, or if there's just going to be a note that's like, in Japanese, they said whatever. I don't know. Okay, let's just see. I have no idea. Revival. Oh, that's so smart. Of course, of course. You send down the fluid. You send down the fluid to revive Taiju to pull out. This is nuts. This is so nuts because he doesn't have an oxygen tank or anything, right? He's just gonna pop out and be breathing through his normal human being lungs, deep down underwater. It's gonna freak him the f out. He's missing an arm, by the way. The cheat code level strength is real if he's gonna be able to one arm yank out Keski and swim him up to the surface without an oxygen tank. But I mean, that's Taiju. Like, this is what he's here for. How do you plan to splash a revival fluid on him underwater? Wasting no time. He's so decisive. What is he doing? Whoa. Okay, so he removes his oxygen tank, blasting air around Taiju. Taiju has his mask on too. Okay. Use what's left in my tank to form a pocket of air down here and administer the fluid from below. Remaining air. He's missing the stone arm. If we revive him like this, yeah. Like, I'm not actually sure what happens if they revive him like this. Would he just start gushing blood immediately from the arm? They've never encountered this before. A depetrification with missing limbs. But Soyuz, ever resourceful, finds the arm in the last instant. They attach it. This Taiju's arm with just a glance. We memorized the poses we were in at the moment of petrification? That's incredible, Soyuz. Whoa! That's so cool. I'm loving this, that he has the cheat code level memory. That's his skill. This is so cool. This is so cool. Okay. For some reason, feats of memorization always like there's some appeal to it. I don't know if I can explain it. But stuff like, oh, he memorized the entire Death Note in that one night or something. Or like there's some in Assassination Classroom just with Koro Sensei. There's just like okay, anyways. Of course I was awake this whole time! He just immediately starts choking. Of course. No time to lose. We have to inform Taiju about what's going on, what he's got to do. But since we can't speak underwater, I gotta create a little atmosphere around our faces. Holy crap. This is so nuts. I guess this is his water knowledge, right? That he's able to kind of come up with these little bubbles and stuff. Like, I would have no confidence that this sort of thing would work. But okay. This is pretty intimate. Just using the air around him. Usui shouts out his commands. He has no oxygen left, basically. The tank is depleted. Taiju doesn't even have a tank. Okay, that one breath was plenty. Keep breathing too, Usui. There's no need to talk anymore. Okay, he's got it. Taiju just got it. He understands everything from that one shout. This one shared breath. Friends don't need words when our hearts do the talking. Oh, no, so good. And this is like the first like big interaction that these two have had, right? So even though the circumstances that led to it weren't like, I don't know, like it's, how do I put this? It's interesting that it's all plot circumstance that brings these two to have this moment together, right? Usui being the master of knowledge, of the water, of stream and current and stuff, the one that was able to find the statues, and Taiju being desperately revived because he's the only one that can extract Keisuke. This is all a pretty reasonable plot circumstance that led to this encounter. but then their personalities coming through so strongly in the encounter, you know, like making it so that it's really those characters and not just their skills but their personalities having this meaningful moment. This is cool. This is cool. I was so into it. So that's not too scientific. You're right, Taiju. I hear you loud and clear. Wow. Stop wasting time. See, this is the sort of really beautiful, the light filtering down, the sea just rich with animal life. So beautiful, so serene, having this wonderful bonding moment. But really, get to work. Come on, get to work. You gotta really get to work here. But they do it. Soyuz and Taiju ripping Keisuke out of the ground. Oh, and Rusui too. It was a spread and I didn't notice. So to worry now, time is almost up. No, they're coming up, they're coming up. They got the old man in tow. Hiya, Keisuke. You too, big oaf. Welcome back, everyone. Whoa, he's in a few pieces, but they got him back. Look at how happy Suika is. She's so relieved. Oh, this is fun. Oh, this is another great chapter. I love this series so much. I was surprised at this whole little scuba adventure. I really did think this chapter would just start with Keisuke popping out of the shell. But yeah, now we're full production steam ahead. They have their craftsmen back. The drone project is underway. I feel like they're going to focus on that. They're going to focus on neutralizing the petrification weapon. Because it could always be that the enemy soldiers just show up one day and are like, oh, here's where you guys have been hiding. Poof! and then everyone's a statue, and it's the end of the series. But I'm so enamored by these revival arcs. You know, just the thrill of getting characters that we know and love back into action, back out of the stone, is so satisfying that I would be fine if they're like, all right, who are we reviving next? And it's like 3 more chapters of this. But no, I think it's going to be more their expanded party now goes to war. And then at the end of this arc, they come back for everyone else. And that'll be so beautiful. Okay. Let's look forward to the next chapter. That's all for now.